Good morning, friends. I hope you're ready for a nice and easy flow where we're gonna work on stretching and opening our body after a night's sleep. We're also gonna work on building up some heat to get us ready for the day. So let's hop on the mat and get started. We're gonna begin into child pose. So bring the knees as wide as your mat. The torso in between your legs. The arms reaching forward, the forehead onto the ground. Dropping the hips, the sitting bones down towards the heels, towards the mat. Taking this moment to arrive on the mat here, to connect to your breath, to scan through your body. Noticing if you're holding any tension. With every inhale, we aim to create space into our body. With every exhale, we're trying to let go. Let go of any unwanted tension, of anything that doesn't serve us. We're going to take 2 big breaths together. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. One more inhale in. And sigh everything out. From here we're going to start lifting the forehead. Just a few inches from the mat, coming onto our fingertips. Activating our arms, our shoulders, our upper back. From here, we're going to start walking the hands all the way towards the left. Grounding down the hips. And stretching the right side of your body. We're going to come back through center. And walk the hands all the way towards the opposite side. Towards the right. This time stretching, expanding your left side of the torso. And once again we're going to come back through center. And we're going to start walking the hands back towards our knees and come all the way up to seated. We're going to find a comfortable seated position, so find a block or a blanket under your sitting bones if it feels good. We're gonna either cross the legs or bring one leg in front of the other. We're gonna inhale to bring the shoulders up towards the ears and exhale to release down. One more time, inhale up and exhale to release. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna start bringing the ears towards our shoulders. Right ear towards right shoulder. And in the opposite way, just moving towards the front for now. And then if it feels good, you're going to start circling all the way back. Towards the front, towards the center. And one more time, all the way back. Coming back through center and switching direction. And one last circle. Back through center one last time. We're gonna inhale to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale to bring the right hand on top of the left knee, the left hand behind you. Inhale to reach tall through the crown of the head. Exhale to twist towards the back of the room. Breathing here, trying to keep the torso stuck over the hips. So notice if maybe you're leaning back, see if you can see a little bit more lifted. And then we're coming back through center. Inhale to reach the arms up. Exhale to find a twist onto the opposite side. The left hand reaches for the right knee, the right hand behind us. Inhale to create more space into your chest. Exhale to twist. With every breath we take, with every inhalation, we create more space into our body. With every exhalation, we let go, finding a deeper movement And with your next exhale, you're coming back through center. And we're gonna roll forward, finding our tabletop position. Bringing the wrist directly under the shoulders and the knees in line with your hips. Spreading the fingertips wide and pressing them away. We're gonna inhale to bring the belly down, push the chest open, look up. Exhale to round the spine, up towards the ceiling, drawing the chin to the chest. And again, inhale to find your bend. Arching the spine down, lifting the sternum. Exhale to round the spine up. And a few more times at your own pace. Leading every movement with your own breath. And a couple more times, adding any movement that might feel good here. Maybe you're going a little bit more back. You're coming a little bit more forward. Maybe you're adding a little rotation of the hips. One side and then the other. Finding what feels good. Warming up the body. And then we're gonna find our way back to neutral spine. And from here we're gonna tuck the toes under, push the sitting bones towards the heels and all the way up towards the ceiling, coming into our first downward facing dog. So we're taking a few stretches here before to find stillness. So bending one knee, then the other. Maybe dropping the heels all the way towards the right, bending the knees. And all the way towards the left, stretching it once again the side of the body. Coming back through center. And find a moment of stillness here, pressing evenly through hands and feet. Finding length into the spine. If your hamstrings are a bit tight, then I would suggest to keep a bend into the knees so you can really push the torso towards the thighs and find length into the spine. One last big breath here. From here, the right leg lifts up back up high. We're gonna bend the knee and open the hip. So we're trying to stack the right hip over to the left, pointing the right knee up towards the ceiling, while keeping both shoulders squared down towards the ground. So we're gonna look under the left armpit to help us feel the push of that right shoulder back towards the ground. Lifting that knee a little bit higher. And then we're gonna inhale to extend that right leg. Exhale to bring the knee in towards the nose, into the chest. And then step the foot forward between your hands. Release the back knee down and tuck the toes. And lift both arms up towards the ceiling. Here we're going to take a moment to check our alignment, making sure that that knee is in line with your ankle, that both hips are square towards the front of the mat. The shoulders are softening away from the ears. Engaging the core. From here we're gonna open the arms into a cactus shape, open the chest, staying active through the legs, protecting the lower back. And then we're gonna lean forward, bring the arms forward and all the way up towards the ceiling, and we're gonna do this 2 more times, opening the chest. And then lean forward, like if you were trying to reach something in front of you, and then bring it all the way up towards the sky. One last time, opening the chest. And exhale to lean forward. And all the way back up. We're going to take one big inhale here. And exhale to lower the hands down, either side of your foot. Grab some blocks or some books if you need them, either side of your leg. We're going to inhale to lift the chest here. Exhale to push the sitting bones back, extending that right leg long. Stretching that front hamstring. trying to keep length into the spine, reaching through the crown of the head and back through the sitting bones. Last 2 big breaths here. Can you surrender a little bit more into the pose? You can fold forward, keeping that length once again into your back, into your spine. With your next inhale, we're gonna bend that front knee and come all the way back into your low lunge. From here, we're gonna tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up, and come all the way up into your high lunge. Same alignment here. Double check that front knee, both hips facing forward, softening the shoulders down. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna pivot the back foot parallel to the short side of the mat, bringing the arms parallel to the ground. Coming into your warrior 2. The gaze is at the top hand, and we're finding that external rotation into that front thigh. So notice if that knee is coming in, see if you can bring it in line with your toes. Inhale to flip the front palm, reach forward. Exhale to find reverse warrior. Opening the chest up towards the sky, keeping that bend in the front knee. One last breath. And with your next exhale, we're gonna cartwheel the hands to frame that front foot. Step back, taking a vinyasa. Inhale to reach forward. Exhale to find chaturanga or with the knees onto the ground. Inhale to find your back bend. Exhale to roll over your toes and push back. Downward facing dog. One deep breath here. And out of the mouth. The left leg reaches back up high. Bending the knee, opening the hip. Same thing, we're trying to step the left hip over to the right, pointing that left knee up towards the ceiling while trying to keep both shoulders down, square towards the mat. Now we're going to inhale to straighten that left leg long. Exhale to bring the knee in towards the chest, towards the nose, and step the foot forward. Release the back knee down and tuck the toes. Find your low lunge. Double check your alignment. Engage your core. Release the shoulders down. And from here, we're going to open the chest. Melt the arms open. Look gently up. And then we're going to release the hands down, reaching forward. And all the way back up towards the sky. 2 more times. Inhale to melt. Exhale to reach forward. And all the way up. One last time. Opening your chest, opening your heart up towards the sky. Ready to receive new energy. And then reach forward. And all the way up. Releasing the hands alongside your leg, your front foot. We're going to reach the chest, open forward. Exhale to push the sitting bones back, extending that left leg, stretching that left hamstring. Once again, if you need block alongside your leg to give you a little bit of support or stay a little bit higher, feel free to do so. Inhale to find length into the spine. Exhale to release down. Staying connected to your breath here. Last big breath here. With your next inhale, we're going to bend that front knee, come forward. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee up and find your high lunge. Engaging everything into the midline. And then we're going to pivot the back foot, coming into a warrior 2. Arms are active, parallel to the floor, spreading the fingertips. Inhale to flip your front palm, reach forward, exhale to find a reverse warrior, opening the chest up towards the ceiling. Keeping that front knee bent. The hips open towards the long side of the mat. With your next exhale, you're gonna come up and cartwheel the hands to frame that front foot. Step back, take your vinyasa, lowering down. Inhale to find your back bend. Exhale to roll over your toes, push back, downward facing dog. One big breath here. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. From here, we're going to start walking the feet all the way towards the top of the mat. Coming into a forward fold. Keeping the feet hip distance apart. Releasing the neck. Finding a heavy head. Rubbing all the opposite elbows. Letting the spine decompress. And then slowly you're going to bend the knees and start to roll the spine all the way up. Coming into mountain pose, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale down at heart center. From here, we're going to keep the feet hip distance apart. We're going to bend the knees and come up into our chair pose. We want the weight all the way back into our heels, so see if you can lift all 10 toes from the ground. Engage the core. And then we're gonna start lowering down with control. And a little bit more. You can do this. And then release all the way down. And release your bottom down onto the mat. From here, we're going to bring the soles of the feet onto the ground. Grab hold of the back of the thighs. We're going to lean slightly back, keeping the chest open and the core engaged. We're going to lift the legs parallel to the ground, finding boat pose. If you can keep your alignment here, you can release the hands forward, maybe even lifting the legs long. And from here, we're going to start slowly to lower down with control. And release all the way onto the mat. Beautiful. Maybe rocking the pelvis from side to side just to release the lower back, massage the spine. From here, we want to bring the soles of the feet back onto the ground. And the right foot crosses, the right ankle crosses over onto the left thigh. Coming into a figure of 4. And you can stay here, working on maybe gently pressing that knee open. Or you can hug your knee into the chest. With the right elbow, you're pushing the thigh open. You can have the hands onto the back of the left thigh, or maybe onto the shins too. Make it a little bit deeper. Keeping the right foot flexed. Protecting the knee. Working on opening the hip. Releasing gently down. Releasing the hands. Bringing the left foot onto the ground. And release the right. Moving on to the opposite side. The left foot. The left ankle crosses over to the right. Again, you have the option to stay here or hug that right knee in. Keeping that left foot active. Feeling the hip opening and stretching. And then gently release down. Release the left leg. Bring both knees into the chest. Give them a big hug. Maybe finding a gentle rock from side to side. And then when you're ready, you can release the legs long. taking up as much space as you need, palms facing up. Closing the eyes, relaxing for a moment here. And I would really recommend you staying at least a couple of minutes, feeling your body grounding down. Letting go for a moment of any effort, letting go of the control of the breath. Allowing the benefits of this practice to sink in. I'll let you do your Shavasana, and I hope to see you soon for more practice together.